was so legit.
So now let's talk about the worst wrestling show of the year.
First off, I want to ask the question because
worst wrestling show of the year.
I watched Smackdown and Raw back-to-back this morning because my wonderful, wonderful little human being that I love dearly has been doing this random thing where he likes to wake himself up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I started Smackdown at like 6:30 a.m. today. In the graphic of my Hula account for Smackdown, because I did not get Smackdown until yesterday. I didn't get Raw until this morning.
Right.
I don't know why they were so behind on Smackdown. The graphic had Morrison. In the the little picture window that they have for like an app or something, Morrison was on there, on top of the ring ropes doing everything with the SmackDown logo behind him. And I just, as soon as, like, was it 6:30 in the morning, I turn it on and I'm like, oh, fuck, if Miz and Morrison is on the show, I'm turning it off. Was Miz and Morrison on SmackDown this week?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that was just an old graphic that they had
they were on Raw.
in the preview window for Hula. Okay.
Yeah, they were on Raw.
Because I was like, oh my god, if they're on the show, I'm turning it off.
Well, and when I on my Dish Network, it says tells me that Jerry Lawler is going to be an announcer every week. So. Oh,
okay. So this was just bad. All right. This is going to take a minute. Bear with us. I'm going to go fast. Roman Reigns comes out. Cole and Graves explain the Elimination Gauntlets match that will happen later tonight. Roman sent KO to the hospital after the beating that he took last week. I did watch last week's show that I forgot on the last 20 minutes to recap. For those of you who do not watch SmackDown, I don't blame you. For those of you who watch our show to get the recaps, I apologize. Roman and Jay beat the fuck out of KO, and they threw him off of the Thunderdome through a set of tables into a cardboard box crash pad, okay? So KO will not be here this week because he is in the hospital. Graves flips Hill in the middle of all of this discussion. 2 minutes into the segment is when Graves finally decides that he's going to be the heel and start praising Roman for being the badass head of the table. This took 5 minutes and 32 fucking seconds for Roman to talk. 5 minutes and 32 seconds of Roman walking to the ring before he got the mic and went, people. 5 minutes and 32 seconds. I'm on a recap. That had to have been Misery Live. Oh, wait, there's not people there. I mean, for you people watching. Roman likes KO. He has respect. Roman cares about everybody. He's the head of the table. He's the franchise. I'm not to blame for KO's attack. But there is somebody who is to blame. Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is to blame for the reason that KO got beat up. I want everybody to have food on their table. I want everybody to be a shot. Don't make a fucking match for me, though, because I don't want to wrestle anybody. But dear God, I want everybody to be okay. I like KO. Get Adam Pearce out here. I need to have a conversation with him. Heyman tells the announce team, what are you doing? Get Adam Pearce out here. Heyman says, this is making really great television, guys. Get Adam Pearce out here now. This took fucking forever.
You weren't kidding. It's making great TV.
Adam Pearce comes out. I like this. He goes, Roman, what can I do for you? Okay.
That's one of the two shining spots in this show.
I am going to discuss Adam Pearce at the end of this, okay? Roman, what can you do for me? What can you do for me, Adam? You know what you could do for me, Adam? Watch this video package. We got a great package lined up for you. I laughed at the line because even Roman knew this is fucking bad and this is why the internet doesn't like me. They proceed to go to a video package. I wrote down WTF. Roman recaps Adam and KO friendship for us. That would have made a better video package. So they play a video package of everything that happened last week that took 2 minutes to get through for them to come back for Roman to talk about the friendship between Adam Pearce and KO that we know nothing about because we don't watch Ring of Honor. We watch WWE. I completely lost what the fuck happened next. This is still going on. Please keep in mind, 5 minutes and 32 seconds for Roman to start talking. Video package, discussion, pause to get Adam Pearce down, recap of what happened last week, recap of KO and Adam's friendship. Still talking. Match 1, Big E versus Apollo Crews for the IC belt. Crews looked amazing. Oh my God, he looked great. He sets the pace. He outpowers Big E. Holy crap, Apollo Crews, I slept on you. Maybe when we go back to the draft pool after the Rumble, I might consider you. Because it looks like they actually remember that they have a guy who looks and acts like you on the card.
And then...
Okay, so they do a superplex off the top. Apollo Crews rose up Big E. Big E crosses Apollo Crews' legs. They hold each other down. Crews has a counter, and then the ref counts 1, 2, 3. Commercial break. The announcers are like, I don't understand what happened. I go, I don't understand what happened. The ref comes back. He says that he is ruling this contest a draw.
Double count.
Now, I like to think that the ref's ruling, as we have been told before, is like football, where the ruling on the field stands.
Right. 99.6%.
So the question is who did the ref count?
Both of them.
Also, did he truly count both of them? Is that legal?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's happened before.
Okay.
Both shoulders were down.
Okay. So
Double
they
count
come
out.
back, they make an official
Usually
ruling.
they go like this, though. But
Yes. So the ref screwed up by doing a single eyes count, and the camera guys screwed up because it looked like Apollo won. But I get the idea that they crossed and Big E bridged them.
They kind of broke up a little early.
Yes. So
They
there was
kicked out a little early.
basically what they were getting to was the fact that you're not in front of a live fucking crowd. Reshoot it. Cut, splice, edit. Kevin Dunn, you make $1.5 million a year.
And you can... I'm going to prove to you that you can have a live SmackDown or a live Raw and splice and cut a little bit later.
So, they come back. Ref says it's a draw. Crews says fuck that and slaps Big E and demands a restart. Crews apparently remade the match with Big E back for the title. The ref agreed. Okay.
And then he forgot how to wrestle.
And then Big E starts off of a House of Fire. And then, yes, I don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened here. I honestly wonder if the idea was that the guys were supposed to have a draw and come back next week, and somebody said, no, Vince says keep going. Big E, House of Fire, Crews does an amazing splash. They do a really good, decent power transition, and then Big E spins him around, picks him up, drops him, does the Uranaga in the corner, flips him around, picks him up, drops him, does the...
Big ending.
The big ending. I keep wanting to call it a dominator, but it's not. Big E wins. I gave this 2.5 stars. Both guys were working really hard. It fell apart at the end. Do you have anything to add to this shit?
No, it was a great match, and then it was a horrible match.
It was a good match. It was a good opener. It was a stupid thing to do.
It is
Just
one
have
of,
the guys come back next week.
It was one of 2 shining spots in this show.
Yes. Backstage, Sonya is back. Adam is happy. Sonya is not happy. Sonya is bitter, but she's also not bitter. She is...
Paige. She's become Paige.
Yes. She's happy that she's back, but she's angry that her best friend left her. But she's happy because now she can go her own route. But she's sad because she has to go it alone. Backstage, Bianca gets interviewed for 0.2 seconds before Bayley interrupts. I stopped taking notes. Match 2. Joey has no notes, so you're only going to get what I saw in the recap. So you're getting a recap of an hour and 35 minutes that took 5 minutes and 32 seconds for Roman Reigns to start talking, as opposed to a 3-hour show.
And I'll tell you the things I remember.
Street Profits come out. We cut to a Carmella pre-tape in the middle of their entrance. Fucking why? My wife goes, I don't understand why people drink champagne like that. It's not very good. Street
I don't
Profits.
understand why Carmella... Oh, wait, because she's doing Corey.
Yes. Street Profits versus Ziggler and Rude in the tag title match. Montez, who got smashed with a chair, is fine. But wait, he's not. Dawkins and Ziggler start. At least they got that right. They didn't have Montez start the match. I remember it's WWE, not TNA, so that's at least the bookers at least got that right.
Montez may have been fine, but he wasn't fine for very long.
Okay, so then 1 minute later, never mind, Montez is in. After half a dozen big moves from Montez, he does a big splash onto the outside of the guys, jams his leg up, and now Montez can't fucking walk. And I mean, he can't walk to the point he's on the outside and he can't walk up the steps to get back into the ring. Then he does a kick with his fucking injured leg. And then they forgot which one of his legs was actually injured. And then I wrote, oh my God, he missed that slap by a mile. So Montez comes back in, House of Fire, and he goes to do this big double-sided slap into Ziggler. And I mean, you're Ziggler, I'm Montez. He goes, over here, and Ziggler takes a bump that way. This is fucking atrocious, guys.
Moving on.
Montez throws a kick with his hurt leg. Now they can't remember which leg is actually hurt.
Spoiler alert, they lose the belts.
Winner, Ziggler and Rude, 1, 2, 3, new tag champs, and then the tag champs proceed to jump the Street Profits after the match.
Because they're the heels.
They just won the tag titles.
They're the heels.
But they just won the tag titles.
But they're the heels.
Why beat up the guys you just beat up and took the titles off?
Heels got to heal
You've
up.
been trying to take the titles off of these guys for 6 weeks of TV now.
Look, SmackDown don't have many heels.
No.
You got to heal it up.
No. Okay. Backstage, Sonya and Adam and Paul Heyman. Sonya goes to talk and then walks off. Wife says, what the fuck was the point of her being there? I wrote down, fair point. I have no clue what was said at all between Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman. Other than Paul Heyman mentions the fact that Adam Pearce can't go, he's not good, and he should age the way that Polly Dangerously. Can you imagine what Polly Dangerously was?
You missed.
I don't give a shit.
You missed it.
Do not care.
So what basically what happened was Paul Heyman's like, look, we know that you had a wrestling career and you didn't go very far with it. And that's nobody's fault. But could you imagine how far you could have gone had I been your manager, if you would have hooked up with me instead? Because I remember Sparky Sparkinson or whatever the hell his name was.
We'll talk about Adam Pearce at the end.
And then he goes, don't worry, we got you back. And then he walked off.
Paul says, one thing I'm great at is pulling strings.
Right, yes.
And I just know which strings to pull, so you're in the gauntlet match, bud. And Adam Pearce has the look of absolute shit pants fear across his face.
Right.
Recap, Riot Squad and Billy Kay. Michael Cole called Billy annoying. I fell off the couch laughing that Michael Cole thinks Billy's annoying. And the only thing I could think of was, well, at least they didn't stick her on commentary with you. Billy Kay becomes a member of the Riot Squad de facto, I think. She can read her script. That's all she can do.
Let's start the gauntlet match.
Match 1, gauntlet match. We're going to go fast. Rey Mysterio versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn cuts a promo before match. Fuck, he keeps talking. Sami Zayn has his own camera crew. Rey says, come on, start this shit. I agree. Sami loses in 4 seconds. Rey versus Nakamura. They ask Rey... They ask if they think Rey has trouble seeing Shinsuke's shots. They reference Rollins' eye injury to him. I died laughing. Winner, Nakamura by armbar. Dominic was seen laughing in the background at one point. Fire this kid. And he can't dress himself. He looks like a Ken doll. He legit looks like a Walmart Ken doll when he came out. I wanted to slap him. Okay. Corbin beats up Mysterio and then proceeds to beat up Nakamura. So much better than Rey.
Did you find it odd that they somehow had a 2 heels?
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I know, but did you feel it was like, this is odd booking?
I was weirded out that Nakamura was in because there's other singles on here.
And where was Corbin's Knights?
Hopefully they didn't say anything on Parlor.
No, because that's the guy who was Elias.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, that's that guy, yes.
And Parlor doesn't exist anymore.
I know. I'm sorry, I'm making a bad joke to laugh at my own self. Nakamura and Corbin were better than Nakamura and Rey.
Which was better than Rey, and
yes,
at least they kept getting better.
It got progressively better as this went on. Nakamura wins by KO. He lays out Corbin, looked good, everything looked fine. Corbin showed a lot of power in this, that he is deceptively strong because he looks like a guy who's like not in shape. He just looks like a big guy, and the outfit that they have for him is not very good for him. He needs to go back to his look that he had when he was the End of Days.
Oh, I always thought you were saying he goes back to he's a server at TGIF.
No. You know what? When he was the Constable Corbin, I loved that look. I really did, because I like the So one of my secret favorite movies is called Only God Forgives. Have you ever seen this with Ryan Gosling? So there's a great fight in it where Gosling is basically in a suit and he takes his suit off and he unbuttons it and he goes in. He's doing his Muay Thai stance and he's fighting with this. It's a great fight scene. It looks awesome. I like the look of the corporate badass. Okay. So I love the Constable Corbin look that he had. He needs to go back to this because this weird fucking knight thing that he's got going on is just not good. And the Knights of the Lone Wolf. 3 of you. How can you be lone?
Yes, besides.
Okay.
The Dragon Show's over.
Nakamura wins by KO. Looked fine. Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan. Nakamura is the winner by knockout again.
Match of the night.
Better than Corbin and Ray combined.
Match of the night.
And Corbin, I liked you. I drafted you. I have high hopes for you. I know you're going to be my mid-card. You're going to be my mid-card golden boy, okay? You're going to be on every show, and you're going to be in every match, and you're never going to get a win, but you're going to be there, so you're going to score me points. They have a show of respect afterwards. So I watched this, and I went, because the whole thing is the announcers building up the fact of, not that long ago, Shinsuke was Royal Rumble. Not that long ago, Shinsuke was wrestling for the title. He was co-main event at WrestleMania with AJ. We've seen aggressiveness.
It was like 3 years ago. Not too long ago.
Look, WWE Universe World, okay? Remember, COVID did not exist until Drew got it. So the idea is that Shinsuke's been floundering.
Oh, yeah.
And the idea is that he's showing his new aggressiveness in a proper place. And he has this match, and he's been in there for an hour. Okay? This is an hour long is what they're trying to tell us at this point. And he's looking good. And he's looking real good. He's looking like the Shinsuke of old. I want to get him out of the Michael Jackson outfit and back into the other outfit that he had, because I don't think it's very flattering for him. Kind of like Corbin. He needs a new outfit.
He wore that in New Japan.
I know, but I've never liked it.
Oh, okay.
I liked the...
He got his outfit back that he had back then.
I've never liked that outfit. I like the red pants, strapped across the arm look with the shirtless look on it. I know you're not jacked in the chest, dude, but like I said, you have that wapow. As Corey Graves said it, he's like, I've never been in there, but I've heard fighting him is like an octopus. There's just 8 limbs flying at you. Great way to build this motherfucker up. And then they destroyed this motherfucker because he had a face turn in the match that made sense, that shows, holy crap, Shinsuke's back. He's a fighter. He's a fighting champion. He's going to go on. There's no way that this goof who's about to walk out is going to win. Because guess who comes down the road?
Now, here's the thing that I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You show Nakamura as a badass.
Yes.
SmackDown doesn't have any heels. Why flip it? Now, granted, it has been the Daniel Bryan respect tour. Yeah. It has been.
Yeah, and he shook hands with him at the end of this one.
So, anyway, moving on.
The thing that, yes, I mean, I agree that there's not a lot of heels outside of, Corbin, for the most part.
Yep, no.
Fuck, we had a roster, I can't remember, outside of Roman and Corbin, who's the heels? Legit heel, Sami Zayn. So, Roman, Corbin, and Sami Zayn are the only 3 major heels that they have at this point. But Nakamura's floundered. He's so floundered at this point. And I like Cesaro. God, I love Claudio. But those 2 guys are 2 guys they need to hurry up and do something with, because they're not going to be around much longer at this point. And
so then
what do they decide to do? All of a sudden, Adam Cole comes out. Adam Pearce comes out, not Adam Cole. That would have been a much better show.
Oh, wait, no. We've got Lars Sullivan. He's the heel.
So Adam Pearce comes out in sweatpants and a warm-up jacket. And he looks
like the old school WWE style.
He looks like he is just what's the expression, like a skin cat?
Yeah.
He looks so afraid. Yeah, long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs, man. I'm sorry, I choked on my own spit there, but you know what kind of southern phrase I'm trying to get here right now of. This dude looked like shit, okay? And he's on his way, and then all of a sudden, Jay comes down. And Jay lays out Nakamura. And then Roman beats the fuck out of Nakamura. And then they beat the crap out of them together. And then Adam Pearce is standing there like a bump on a fucking log. And then Jey Uso sidekicks him in the face. and knocks him unconscious, and they take Adam Pearce and they drag him on top of Shinsuke, and they look at the ref and say, do your job. Count it. I'm telling you who just won the match. The sad thing is that's not a bad story for Roman to be heelish and say, okay, you don't make the matches, I make the matches, and now you're going to be in a pay-per-view with me where I'm going to get to do whatever I want to you for 30 minutes straight.
Because that'll sell tickets.
The problem is that
nobody believes that's going to happen.
Adam Pearce has not wrestled in over 6 years. He hasn't had a match on WWE TV since the 90s when he was an enhancement talent and in dark matches. He said recently on Talking Smack, I wasn't good enough to be the main roster. I wasn't the guy. I should have just given up. He has become a coach at NXT and the training center and only recently been made in the matchmaker. So I wrote down, is Adam Pearce our new breakout star of 2021 for WWE? What the fuck?
So Adam Pearce put on his Twitter his last match in Ring of Honor.
So Adam Pearce had a match in Ring of Honor a couple years ago, 6 years ago, as we pointed out. Adam Pearce is a winner of the NWA Hall of Fame. He is a winner of the Cauliflower Alley Club. He is a winner of multiple, I believe, PWI awards. Adam Pearce was a very, very good wrestler. We haven't seen Adam Pearce wrestle. Adam Pearce has never wrestled on WWE TV. He wrestled on WWF TV, not WWE, if I remember correctly. He had a shit gimmick. He's been terrible. And he has literally been jumping at the drop of a hat because Randy Orton put him through a fucking wall. Roman berates him and makes fun of him every time. He couldn't break up a fight between Carmella and Sasha. He is an inept goof. I swear, I hope to God he beats Roman for the title.
It's going to be Kevin Owens.
I hope that Kevin comes out and just lays out Roman, and all of a sudden Adam wins, and Adam's just like, I vacate. I don't know what to do.
Right. All right, so now let's talk about Raw.